But that's the only way. And I think that Concussive Blast has been out.
Team REY is definitely cooking something. I just hope that it ends up being an actual edible meal at the end of all of this, because they need points on the table. We're looking at the play-ins. Game number 2, BIGETRON Malaysia currently 1 victory up. Can Team REY stop their advance?
Oh, we'll find out here. And honestly, they've got all the tools to not only disengage from an advance, but completely stop an engagement. In a lot of situations, they won't be able to do too much here. Oh, okay, this level 1 is not going the way that Zay wants to, but, you know, good enough.
Both roamers just gonna be smacking the enemy mid. I'm kind of surprised that Rassi's allowed to smack Martizi that much.
Yeah. Especially when...
Atlas level 1 is so...
I know, right? That's why it's like, huh, he's taking a lot of damage here. Like, you gotta calm down trying to get those Void Blasts onto Zay. Like, you're taking a little bit too much. But to answer the question, which team has the better draft, and you can come and vote, I think I gotta give it a BIGETRON here.
I agree.
I feel like they've got very simple answers. But at the end of the day, I think that Team REY, they're banking on that late game. Siska has said, you know what, I'm done with the playmaking, but I want to be able to tank. I want to be able to peel more confidently, and I want a better lane matchup. I don't know if he got those things. The most that he has is peel.
This guy's just like coming out of nowhere saying, you know, I've always wanted to be a marksman. They're gonna initiate on the Atlas. Rassi is able to dash away. I really don't know what the purpose of the Edith is for. There's definitely a reason. I just cannot brain it.
I think maybe there's like a clearer target on somebody who's allowed to get caught. Like if Sissa gets caught now as an Edith, it's not that bad. And especially when you have, when Siska has his ult, there's a chance that he gets away from the combo if initiated in time.
I don't know. I feel like if you just want to like catch and escape, even Cho EXP would.
Look, I'm pulling at straws here.
Yeah,
I'm trying my
I get you. You're trying.
There's really. Oh, wait, hold on.
For now, Rassi will go ahead, stun Ivan, freeze him in place into the Mystic Gust. Ivan has to flicker out of the way. Meanwhile, Jescar able to get that heavy spin pin onto the Paquito. First blood to Ziska in the RWM, and they get the onward on Rassi. Force the flicker from him. Hunterbolt connects. TV still secures the turtle, but loses his life.
That's why I was worried. Siska was turning the wrong direction. You should be looking towards the jungle side because you want to get the turtle at the end of the day. The zoning was a very good idea, and engaging upon Lynch specifically, even better when you know that Rassi is at level 4 and Chiku guys ain't here to save the day. So turning that 4v4, very win. Oh.
The Scar a bit out of position here. About to show us why pandas were endangered. Not anymore, actually, so that's a good thing. Unfortunately, Jescar still is.
Are they really not endangered?
I think so, if I'm not wrong.
Have they confirmed that?
Someone's gonna need to confirm that for me, but I think I'm right.
PETA?
Not again!
We're back at it.
I'm committing crimes against animal kind today.
You know, it's kind of strange, right? We always make that. We always make the joke of like, oh, animal cruelty, PETA, but this whole.
There's the fatal links. They're gonna grab Arteezy forward, Mystic Gust, everything on the even. He's dead.
Very nice combination here, especially since Martizi was still a couple of seconds away from his flicker. But facts are facts, right? In terms of better draft, BTR by Vitality doing a very, very good job at showing that they've kind of won the game from the get-go.
Okay, actually, there is one thing that Team REY's draft specializes in, and that's just like very long-term single-target pickoffs across the board. Right? Because you Hana bone someone, you grab someone, you heavy spin someone, then you onward air chat someone.
You can't just... Okay, let's get to this next fight first.
Yeah, the CEO is being pinned against the wall and will actually go down. So far, the Kaya is working.
So, in terms of that pick, unlucky for Chiku guys, but also because he's running Purify and not Flicker, he's unable to kind of get out of these tiny situations. Or in many cases, situations where most marksmen would live if they had the right battle spell. But the important thing here is that right now, BTRM, sure, he goes down, but it's not the end of the world. It's about this turtle, and Team REY, they can push him up, but Chibi has been so good at securing it, even when it's not in his control.
Rassi is doing a good job of stopping this Scar. Meanwhile, Lynch comes from flank, Flicker out from Martizi, fatal link from the Akai, locks him down. Chibi secures the turtle, Rassi falls, missed the ghost zones. Team REY tries to fight back, but BIGETRON's already out of there.
Cisco's playing kind of hot. He's playing really
Yeah,
good.
actually.
Like, he is making Just Guard's life, like, he's so much easier to play.
Heavy spin's awkward, but Lynch's flicker also a little bit off. He is able to dash away since heavy spin runs out, but Siska with the flicker onward gets the catch. The Edith actually... Oh, wait, Lynch! 1 HP!
That's so sad.
That's insane.
That's so sad. Lynch showing Chiku guys how it's done. Living with just 1 HP. God. And it costed Siska's flicker as well. Man, if only he had his ult. If only he had his ult.
Everyone knows fighting game characters become stronger when they're low on HP.
Well, I mean, did you know that most skins in Mobile Legends actually give you a stat buff when you...
They do, actually.
So, Lynch wanted
So if you...
the extra 5 armor from the...
If he wasn't Harry Bogart, he would have died.
If he was regular Paquito,
Yeah.
he's gone. Ah, the thought alone. Or it's the fact that Siska was using the default skin that he didn't have enough damage. One or the
Is
other.
this guy on the... Oh yeah, he is on the default skin.
Yeah. He's not, or is he on the... No. It's a different color. It's a different color. It's still...
That extra 8 damage would have killed him.
Imagine that. Imagine that's the reason
It actually
why.
might have. That's one of the few situations where MLBB is pay to win.
Oh, it's so funny. So funny. But with that being said, the trades are coming. The trades are coming through. It's so odd seeing how this game has so many similarities to game number 1 with completely different heroes.
Well, it's the same teams in the end, so I guess the pilots really are just the thing in the air. I couldn't find the word, but you
The
get
pilot,
me.
not the plane.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the Top Gun Maverick quote. Sorry, Top Gun quote.
Is that an actual quote?
Yeah, that's what Maverick says. He's like, it's not the plane, it's the pilot.
Now I'm wondering if I've actually seen that movie before.
I guarantee you probably have. There's a very high chance. Got to dig into the memory bank because I think this is about to fall into the hands of Team REY if this continues.
He's coming in from the side. Just Scar pops that heavy spin. GB once again, the king of retries himself. Gets the turtle. Ivan grabs him on top though. Pushes him forward. RWM gonna be used as well. Treatment! 4-man fatal links Rossi! But the first damage! Where's the damage? There's no damage! Glunch comes in, finally finishing off 2. C finds the shutdown double kill as well. That could have been a lot cooler though.
Oh my god, how do you get a 4-man? Oh, dude, I hate it. It just goes to show that it was a reactionary motion from Rossi. Let's see. I'm making an assumption here because when that Fatal Links ends up going through, look at where Chiku guys is, right? He is dealing a boatload of damage, but he doesn't want to stay within the RWM. And as he shifts his angle to get on top of this heave, the spinning light wheel was still on cooldown that entire time. If he had the spinning light wheel, everybody dies there.
Yeah, and not to mention that Lynch actually went to chase Lolil, which is the right choice, don't get me wrong. But if he had, his damage was in there, he would have killed everyone too. He just made the choice that, like, yeah, Lolil's more important.
Yeah. I mean, Lynch's overall playstyle is just the zone, right? He is your tried and true traditional EXP laner. I don't necessarily have to kill you, but the possibility of it is enough to keep you away.
Team REY in a bit of an awkward spot. They definitely still have the damage. They can definitely still fight with all their catch. But Juskar is not hitting these retries, and that is adding up over time to give BIGETRON the slight goal lead.
Yeah, and he really needs to win these retributions. Especially since that BIGETRON's the one walking away with the lead, despite Team REY actually having advantages 2 out of the 3 turtles. And yet, 3 out of 3 of them fell into the hands of BIGETRON. Now, looking at the item list, let's quickly analyze what we have here. I don't really like this, but then again, you don't have a dedicated Dom Ice user. So I think this is probably the best to go for Lynch. Considering that he's also 3-in-1 as well, he's got relevant damage, especially against the tanks.
I think it's okay to go for that Sea Halberd on the Paquito, but it does mean he can't really frontline as much. He is definitely the cleanup guy. Right now, he is doing split push down bottom. Team REY knows they have the numbers advantage. BIGETRON trying to slow it down. Rossi flying forward. Does he want a Fatal Links? He does. He grabs 2. Heavy spin can be used as a defensive measure. Rossi flickers out of the way. He managed to force the Akai ult.
I can't stand it. Who's not talking to who? Is Zay not talking to Rossi, or is Rossi not talking to Zay? Because this combo, one way or another, needs to come out, and I am getting real tired of not seeing it pulled off yet.
I think it's possible that they decided not to full commit there. Use the Fatal Links to buy time so Lynch gets a free tower because he's now going to make his way back over. GB on half HP. Mystic Gun comes out on top of Ivan and he burns to death. Lolio with Hunter Boom connects and Juskar finally finds the Lord. They take out GB to take out Z. But Chico, guys, the CEO, he's still doing it along with Lynch. The mega kill for the Paquito. Team REY get the Lord, but they lose the battle.
What a last-second save coming in from Zay. The Mystic Projectile to hand Chiku, guys, a delivery of Lolios on a platter. This now converting into a very, very large gold lead for the side of BIGETRON and by Vitality. T2s are now going to start collapsing down. Luckily, the Lord is in the hands of the right people. But at the same time, it's not like BTRM are going to be losing this lead or losing a lot of money in the first place.
Yeah, they're still in a perfectly comfortable position since Chiku, guys, is still out farming the Obsidian currently. Both gold laners have been aimed quite a few times by now, so it's not the cleanest for either side, but Chiku still finds a way regardless. No, heavy spin gonna be used. They pin Chibi, try to surround him, but here comes the Atlas from behind. And Mystic Gust his own. Fatal Links catches two. Mystic Projectile goes wide. BIGETRON in an unfortunate position. Lynch gonna trade for Siska, but loses his own life. And the shutdown gold goes into Lolil.
Zay, he needed to land the Mystic Projectile there so badly to save his teammates' life. Now that it's all been said and done, they actually get a T2 down on that top side, and they are willing to use the Holy Shielding to make sure that they don't get much value. However, that second wave is already coming in.
Ziskar gonna be able to run away from Rasi for now. Holy defense up top is gone, so all of them will disappear pretty soon anyway. And Team REY will be able to regain control over the map state. 1k gold lead for BIGETRON.
Slow lead, but now it's a matter of what the late game looks like for both gold laners, for the Obsidian as well as Chiku, guys. And keep in mind, both have some incredible single target damage when they unleash absolutely everything. So the real advantage comes down that Chiku, guys, has true damage on top of the fact that he has one extra slot. It looks like Lolios has opted to go for the Sky Piercer to try and guarantee that 1v1 victory.
I don't think it's too bad an idea. Team REY definitely funneling all their resources into him right now. We got 3 chastised pauldrons being constructed as well, just to try and slow down Chiku's advent. But he is slightly ahead on gold currently.
It's not a bad idea. Very good idea, in a matter of fact. Just to make sure that you can start rotating these item passives around for each person so that at least you buy yourself 2 seconds per. So that means if there's 3, a total of 6 seconds can be bought if Chiku, guys, is in position to attack back. Now, how are they going to create that 6 seconds worth of space? Especially if you're in Team REY's corner, right? Opening up the map is scary enough, and the possibility of getting blown up by true damage from Chiku, guys, or Zay is still very, very high. They need to look at where Rasi and Chibi are going. Lynch is less important because he's looking to peel.
Now, 13 minutes in, both teams on top of the river. It's gonna be a bit of a tense Lord dance. The marksmen are reaching the endgame power spike. Chiku already full on his level. We can see that Ivan is just gonna eat everything to the face. And what's that? A flicker! Fatal Link charges two, but one of them just down. And he misses. But Lynch comes in from the side, forces the flicker from Arteezy. He's gonna need to back up for now. Lolil's still in the safe spot. And Ziska jumps forward, finds the onward, lands the Earth Shatter. Ziska goes down the Appraiser's ramp, but RWM locks down Rasi. Still, BTR come out on top. 1 for 2 trade.
Yep, the front lines on both sides have already taken significant damage from each other. Now it really just boils down to who gets their ults first, and Lolios, he's looking for a target.
The Lord is dropping low. Do they know that Juskar is still waiting? Lynch gonna try and engage on Marteezy. He fights Juskar instead. Why would you walk out like that? Juskar throws his life away. Chibi gets the Lord.
Oh my goodness, thank God for Marteezy's body block. A surprise! No Hunter Bone was used from Lolios that whole time. He was getting some good damage down. He could have guaranteed a singular kill on Lynch or Chiku, guys. He had to pick one, but he was guaranteed to die after that. He's got 31 stacks so far, and he's already maxed out to 25 on his bone shards. So things could not be going better for Lolios, and yet he decided not to.
I think he just wanted to make sure the stacks were preserved here. Risking his life for a kill didn't feel worth it. Trade-wise, especially since they need him for the Lord defense anyway. So a choice was made. I actually think it may have been the correct one, but Team REY is still gonna have them out of defense.
Now they have to just slowly take their time. Looking time after time for an opportunity. Winds of Nature finally purchased by Chiku, guys. Now he has a legitimate chance against Loliels in that 1v1 if it does boil down to it. Question is, who's going to make that first attempt? Is it going to be the RWM? Just Gar with the heavy spin. Oh,
RWM does catch quite a few people. Draws Rasi low. Mystic Gush catches Just Gar. He survives on literally 5% HP. And the Lord will be taken out. A solid defense from Team REY, but they still got more minion waves to deal with. 15.5 minutes in. BIGETRON not looking to force the end yet.
Yep, looking at the items. Reevaluating them, only one person has a Radiant Armor, and that is Rasi's Atlas. We don't see it from Chibi just yet. It looks like he's going to go for a Guardian Helm based on what he's building. It's rather surprising, but still, it's only good for it's only terrible against DHS users, which again both sides have anyways. The max HP. Does he want it just to live a little bit longer, or is it purely because he wants to stay in the fight?
It is a good question. I think it does just buy more time for him. It's the most universal item that he can grab at this point, since there's a good mix of damage coming from Team REY and multiple factors. So having that sustain is going to be very useful, not to mention that it does translate into offensive pressure for Fredrin too.
Rapid Boots finally completed by Rossi, and with 37 seconds left, let's see what the lane states. Top side already pushing in to enemy territory and
Concealed play used very far off. The flicker forces a Purify from Loliel. And that's about it.
All right. The timing of it, though, literally over roughly about 30 seconds away from that Lord. So Chibi knows his Retribution should be back up in time because Team REY can't blow it up within 6 seconds. That is known as fact. But they also got the Purify out of Loliels. The next engagement here is crucial.
BIGETRON definitely have an angle here for a really big team fight victory. Loliel has the position very, very safely without that battle spell. Meanwhile, Lynch literally waiting on the other side of the map.
This is a really, really hard fight for BTRM. A lot of their winning conditions is based on whether they can catch Martese or deny value from the RWM. And so far, Martese has found good ones every single time.
They're blitzing it. Heavy Spin gonna use Pin Chibi, and Jesgar secures the Lord. Ivan doing a good job of zoning. Has to use the grab, but will sacrifice himself here to make sure that Team REY gets that objective. Thing is, can they do much with it without him?
I think it's fine because ult should be coming back up in a bit. Oh.
Rasi, does he want to fade the links just the Handa? He might not even need to because Jesgar gonna get taunted into Mystic Gush. RWM gonna be used to save him. Chiku dropping low. Z actually lands the final blow with the injunction. Team REY just has to accept their losses.
All right, and then they just back off. They just start backing up and they make sure that the entire jungle is going to be cleared out before they do. Spring comes early for these boys and the cleaning is already done. 4.6k lead, but the goal of the lead doesn't really matter except for item swaps. Bot side is already stacking back up, but yeah, at this point, Guardian Helm already finished here by Chibi, and everything is falling into plan, right? Team REY, as well as BIGETRON MY by Vitality, are just attacking each other's front lines. Ivan, as well as Rossi, have been so proactive that they're dying the most.
They kind of have to here. When you've reached this stage of the game, the tanks are just sacrificial pawns. The idea is whether or not you can get something done before you die. Both gold laners were compared before this game started, and this is about to become their playground. 19-minute mark. Gold lead starting to become less and less valid. It could still go either way.
We'll see. Because again, the fights are looking even. The range advantage from the Subsidia definitely helps a lot, but now the Chiku guys also has a Malefic gun on top of it all. Not the worst in getting that free space, free auto attacks. It's just about the initiation. Both sides, whenever the initiation feels a little botched, it goes terribly each and every time. Ivan has made that mistake, Rasi has made that mistake as well, and at this point, the next person who makes that mistake is pretty much going to lose the game.
Both teams have to be very, very cautious. We're still a whole minute away from the next Lord spawning, so Kind of doubtful that either side would really try to force anything at this point. We should be looking at max item builds for most of the cores as well.
Yup, and the items are already through. Martisi is doing something interesting. He's not thinking about poking out the tanks. He's opted to go for Lightning Truncheon as last after the Blood Wings. Now, the only explanation I have for this is, yes, Wishing Lantern gets countered by specifically Radiant Armor really, really well. The Lightning Truncheon, even with Athena's shield, you still deal a decent amount of damage.
It looks like he might be trying to melt the squishier targets instead of focusing on slowing down the big ones. And it does make sense. We know how CEO-centric BIGETRON can be. And if they can take him out, Team REY have a pretty solid advantage.
Yeah, nothing's going to happen until the Lord actually spawns, which it does. And now both sides on the move, but also very wary of who shows up at the long lane.
Now we can see Lolil actually being sent up there with Siska, but Team REY means that they're going to have quite the number disadvantage. They're going to try and not show this for as long as possible. Lolil is showing on the way, but Siska's whereabouts are still currently unknown for the side of BTR. Just Scar holding on to the Lord, but for how long?
They're going to be dancing around here for just a while. And now they see that top wave finally start collapsing in. Team REY slowly starts to show themselves.
Yep, they're trying to reap their benefits with a macro. Heavy spin, gonna pin Chibi inside the burst. The Lord knockup, is it gonna be enough to get grab and Chiku guys picks up the mega kill. Lord is so low, and they locked him in. Just Scar secures the Lord, but Chiku guys is online. He's got the double kill already. Siska goes down, Just Scar exposed. They collapse on Lolil. Purify use, hunt the boat, lands the killing spree, but he's surrounded. 1v4, immortality will only delay the inevitable. Lolil falls to the shutdown from the CEO. Monster kill! But Chiku guys Lynch somehow survives, doesn't even need to use his immortality. Martisi is the final man standing. This Lord will not hold a candle to the carry. BTR looking to end it right here.
I'm surprised that Lolil's decided to swing right into it. He got impatient with the Hunt of Bone and got punished for it. They try.
Martisi trying to dodge everything. He'll pop that Winter Crown, but the crystal is right